Welcome people to another video, and today we're going to be drawing Brigitte from Overwatch. And I wanted to say that I wanted to draw her ever since I saw the video that introduced her to the game.
I am Brigitte Lindholm, and I will be their shield.
And that little animated short was amazing to me. So ever since that, I wanted to draw her. But there was one little problem with that. I never played Overwatch. I don't have Overwatch.
What? What the f?
I know it's bad, especially for someone that wanted to do fan art for a game they never played. But I did my research. I got all the references I need, and I did some research on her backstory, and I found out that she's Swedish. And so we're gonna do some Swedish pride going into this, because, you know, just get that feeling over, right? Or maybe, let's see.
Go next.
No, the Swedish pride won't work. But what else do Swedish people have that are really good? Oh yeah, that might work. They're also descendants from the Vikings, of course. So we're gonna do that. So what do the Vikings do well that we might want to incorporate into this drawing? A shield wall, of course. So we're gonna, yeah, she has a shield, so that's gonna work out pretty well. So I'm gonna see if I can draw her doing a little bit of a shield wall. Oh my god. So I'm gonna see if I can draw her doing a little bit of the shield wall action right there, and let's hop right into the drawing, shall we? So we're kicking things off with the line art. I did a little bit of a sketch beforehand, so just the video can be a little bit more dynamic, I guess. Okay, so here's some things that I found really difficult drawing her. Armor. Her armor is kind of weird, kind of geometrical and weird, so that I found kind of hard to draw at first, but I think I kind of got around that. And her shield also is kind of hard. Not the whole shape of it, that's not hard at all, but the lion that's in the middle of it, yeah, that's pretty hard. Her mace, not that hard, but again, with all that geometrical shapes at the base of the mace, that's kind of weird. And so yeah, I found out later that I was doing this drawing that it can actually turn into a chain. So I wanted to do that, but I mean, the idea was already there, the drawing was already almost done, so I didn't feel like wanting to do that. So yeah. I also, let's see. The drawing, I put the shield a little bit too much to the left, so that meant that I had to draw her hand. And then after I saw a little bit more of the gameplay footage, and I saw that her hand doesn't really show in the shield. So yeah. So the line art is done. And since the line art is all done, we got all of that detail in. I drew all of it in. I actually even drew her little thing that heals her, or heals her allies. I don't really know what it's for. I'm sorry. But now that all the line art is done, we're gonna start coloring. And color is, you know, I'm gonna lay out all the flats first, right? So right here, I'm gonna lay out all the flats. And again, I kind of explained how I do my coloring process in an older video, but what I do is basically I just create a selection around the character, then I paint the selection. So that means, and then I create layers on top of that and just connect it to the original mask layer. And everything I draw is gonna be connected to that layer. So that means if I color out of that layer, if I color out of the mask, it's not gonna go out of the whole drawing. It's just gonna keep containing itself. And that helps a lot in the coloring process. You know, you don't have to be erasing all the time if you get out of the edges. So yeah, that helps. And all the flats here, I got all my colors at the side right there to just help me figure out all the colors and all that. And I pulled out the reference for her so I can get everything at the right color and all that. Because, like I said in a previous video, you should use references as much as you can, and I did use all the references I could just to draw this character and to get all the colors right. But after that, after I got all my flats in, I didn't really use the sketches that much. So, you know, that's what I just used my references to draw the character and to color the primary colors, you know, the flats and all that. So what I'm gonna be trying to do now is a background. Backgrounds, for me, they're kind of hard. I'm trying to get better at them, but you know, it's one step at a time for me. I don't do a lot of drawings. I don't have time to do a lot of drawings, so that's why. But I did kind of a few experiments with the backgrounds. I did kind of like something really loose here, just to get an idea of what I wanted to do, and I came up with this like alleyway that heads toward like another under bridge, and it seemed alright at first, but you know, it didn't have that impact that I wanted, and the angle and the perspective on it was kind of off as well. So I don't really know what to do with that. So I just scrapped that away, and I did another one which was a little bit more pleasing perspective wise, but I still thought it was kind of flat. And then I tried to do like a little explosion thingy that happened in the background, so a little hole with fire in it. But I figured out that the perspective that I drew in didn't really allow for that, so I preferred not to do it. And so I did that. I didn't really had a choice in doing the explosion or not, so that was already scrapped. And so I wanted to have a really forced perspective, like the background is really far away. So I did something of that, like that, with the lighting and all that. And yeah, the color, and then I colored, you know, all flats, the background and all that, but made a sky, and everything's really nice. So we're gonna start coloring the shadows and lights, and I start off with the face. I know I kind of spent more time on the face than anything else. I mean, I also spent a lot of time on the metal parts of the armor, so everything seemed nice and fit well and got the appropriate amount of detail that I wanted. I wanted to have a bunch of detail with this drawing. See, I even did like this glow effect behind the hair that I normally wouldn't do, but I'm trying to experiment, and for me, I think it worked. It worked. I still don't think that would happen with a lot of hair, you know, taking away the places of it. But for my first one, I think I got it, and I think it's all right. Whatever. The metal parts were where I really liked to do the coloring, because I've been really liking to color metal. I don't know why. It's just fascinating, I guess. And the whole coloring of it's really awesome, because you have to get all the darks and brights to mix in really well, and all the scratches and the texture and everything. So yeah, that's why I really like to color metal. And you know, everything else, like the leather, that's what I normally do anyway, so that wasn't really different for me. But the metal parts is what I recently really got into, and that's what I really like doing, and I focused more. And good enough, and for lucky me, that I chose the character that's 90% metal, right? So that's awesome. And I really liked also her design is really cool and kind of unique, with armor and kind of cloths just hanging out and on the sides. That's one of the things that I really liked in her designs, and also her personality that I saw in the introduction of her character was really awesome. It, you know, kind of showed how she is, and that's what I think people like about Overwatch in general, because they just get that kind of awesome, like, family friendly feeling of the characters, that they're nice and all that. That's what I really liked. I did some overpainting here, and with the lines, just so they blended more with the background. And then I colored the background, which is pretty simple. I just did some basic textures, and then I did the And then I did some bullets hitting the shield, which is really nice. This is what I kind of envisioned in the start, that she's defending herself from these bullets, which I kind of read and which I kind of saw in the stories with videos that I did a little bit of research on, that they fight like these robots. I'm sorry, I don't know the name of the robot. Yeah, that's what I thought I found out, and yeah, I thought it was gonna be really nice if I added that to the drawing. But the original concept was having more people in the actual drawing, but I just scrapped that out and just made a drawing focusing on her. And yeah, I really liked how this turned out, and hope you guys also liked it. I'll leave the link in the description on the full drawing if you guys wanted to check it out. And leave a like, man. Really, please leave a like. I really like doing this drawing, and I'll have more drawing videos coming up next. And I hope you guys really like this. And leave a like, comment, subscribe. Leave if you want. I don't know if you guys want, but if you want to just leave suggestions of what else you want me to draw. I already have 2 videos planned, but after that, I'm open to suggestions. Maybe, I don't know. See you guys in the next one. Bye.